Greetings everybody. Okay, today what we'll be looking at is how to replace the air cleaner on the FZ16. Now this was a request by one of our viewers, and that viewer's name will come up on the screen shortly, has requested it. So what I will do, I will just slowly go through the whole process. Now the first thing we want to do is to remove the seat. Okay, and we all know that twisting the key in that slot there clockwise gives us access to the under seat area. Okay, now the more astute of us who have actually lifted this will notice that this here is our air cleaner box, okay, or air filter box, whichever you choose to call it. Okay, now the challenge is that it's in a very confined place, and at first glance it looks to be a bit daunting, but when you actually do it once, you'll realize just how easy it actually is. Okay, now the first thing we want to do is to undo this section of the bike here. Okay, let's move the seat a little bit. Now this entire piece here is one plastic piece, all of this here, and it comes off as such. It has two screws here, one here and one here. After that, there are two rubber bungs, one here somewhere, one here somewhere, and then there is a little I don't know, two little bumps under here. Okay, that we need to undo, and we're going to undo both sides, and the reason for that will become clear in a moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and undo these screws first. Now be careful with these because it has a washer that will go missing if you're not careful, so be sure to keep this in a nice safe place. Okay, now we're not going to be able to see the bung just here, but these you can just put your hand behind here and just press away. Okay, and then holding here or anywhere in a firm place and just pulling back anywhere here, maybe just pulling back like that does it. And if you look down here, we'll be able to just see the little catches. Now it'll just be like this, but you have to be careful. Don't pull it towards you. You have to pull it up, okay, just to clear that little area. And as you can see, that one of these little catches here is actually held on, so we just have to just pry it out like that. It's not really a problem. Okay, we just pry it out like that, and then we can set this aside. Okay, so we'll just put this back in place there. Not a problem. Okay, so we have a clearer view of the airbox. Okay, so let's go to the other side and let's undo the other screws. It's really very easy to undo this once you've done it a couple of times. Okay, once again, just put your hand somewhere here and just pull back. Pops easily. You can now put your hand here, just like that, very easy. And once again, you look down here and you'll see these catches, so pull up gently and that's it. Now it might be a good idea to move this out of the way if you like, but I've never really had a true need. Okay, now let's go ahead and look. Now at first glance we have one screw here that we need to undo, another one here, another one here. But if we bring our hand here and carefully just slip this rubber area from under here like this, just pry it away as best you can. Okay, we'll notice another screw here and another screw there. Now, one of the reasons why we've actually undone this side of the fairing is because we'll need to access here to replace this section here. It's going to be a little bit of a trial to get this back in. This is the most difficult part here, this rubber guard. Okay, so let's just go ahead and undo those screws. I'll actually do that off camera. It's a lot quicker, and a screw is a screw. Alright, so let's get that out of the way. Okay, again, now we've gone ahead and removed all the screws. Okay, the 3 that are here and the 2 that are there. Now, after you've done that, there is this little hose that's here. Okay, this hose normally tucks in here. Okay, like that. Okay, so we're gonna undo that and just tuck it anywhere back here. It doesn't really matter. Just tuck it out of the way. Okay, that will do for now. Now, what we want to do here is just pull this gently as far back as we can. Okay, just out of the way. Now, this takes a gentle hand. What we want to do, we want to just lift this ever so slightly. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to lift it just slightly. Okay, we're just going to hold here, lift it slightly, and just gently pull backwards a little bit and to the side. Okay, and it'll come off just like that. Okay, and we'll just rest it just here. And then, ladies and gentlemen, if we look here, what do we have here? We have our air filter element right here. So to remove it, we just find a nice space where our fingers can grab at it and just lift it out. And that's it. There we have it. Our air filter element. Okay. And to get it back in, similar process. Slide it up. Set it in place. And then to get the cover back in, we just slide it in place. Pull it all the way back there. And that's it. Okay, folks. So to get it out, we just pull back and up slightly, and away we go. Just like that. Okay, so back in, similar process, and we just slide it in like that. Okay, so that's that. Now, the difficult thing, folks, is that this guy is going to give us some degree of trouble. Now, what we want to notice is that this section here, okay, this under section here that my thumb is touching here, is going to tuck underneath. I don't know, I can't really, I'm not sure you can see it, but there's a little lip right here. This rubber piece here has to tuck under here, okay, like that. But of course we have to put the screws back in first. It's a little tricky, but I'll try my best. Okay, alright, let me get the screws back in first. Okay, we have the screws now in place there. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to get this here tucked in. There's a little lip, as I mentioned, that's just under here. Okay, we'll need to tuck that in place first and foremost, and it's a little tricky, so let me use my right hand on this because I am right-handed, so it will give us a little trouble. So let's tuck this piece here, okay, under here in a fashion. Okay, this is this little lip here. Okay, and then we have to get this piece tucked in under here. It's very important that you're looking at what you're doing and not doing like I'm doing, and using a video camera. Otherwise you can't really see exactly what you're doing, and this is going to frustrate you. I guarantee it. It will frustrate you to no end, but just try as best you can. Now this area here has to tuck as well. Okay, so let's see, I'm using my fingers to feel, so I'm not sure how much you guys are actually going to be seeing. Now I have it exactly where I want it, but this section here, let me go around and show you. This section will now have to come under here, okay, like this. Okay, so when I go and I pull this section down, okay, like this, it's gonna fit right in place. Oops, there. Okay, so I'll go on the other side and tuck this section in like so. Okay, like so, like so, like so. Slip this section back on, like that. Okay, it's still a little. Okay, so that's pretty much how it. Just gonna line up section here, and this is how it is. I haven't found a tidy way to do it, but that's pretty much how it works. Okay, and I have to make sure that we bring this hose back in place there. Okay, and then from there we'll take the fairing, you'll tuck there, and if you look here you'll just see where the fairing is going to fit in place. Okay, so we've slipped a little bit down here. Okay, so it's just a matter at this point of just lining everything up, slipping that in place, slipping that in place, and yep, that's in place. Okay, we run our screws in. On the other side, can slide that out of the way. Okay, like that. Okay. That, and we'll just replace the screws. Running them in by hand. Okay. You can just like that. 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 And that. Okay, and then that's it. All right, and that was our video on how to change the air filter on the FZ16. All right, guys, thanks for watching.